All right, good morning. Well, football Thursday. Mike's got a big game again today, and I've had this in the freezer for a while, so I took it out earlier in the week. Probably like last Saturday, I took it out instead of sitting in the fridge to thaw out. But we're gonna be doing a pork shoulder roast, otherwise known as a Boston butt. You can see it's 7.7 pounds, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it out of the package, rinse it off, dry it off real nice, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I got it all rubbed down. Alright, so I took it out of the package, rinsed it off really good, patted it dry, and then I coated both sides with mustard, and I put some rub on it. I just used the simple generic cookies flavor enhancer, and you can't tell, but the fat cap is up. I've done these both ways all the time. I don't really have any consistency with them, but there's not that big of a fat cap on it, so I'm going to cook a fat cap up, and then kind of the idea behind that, I think, is that once the fat starts to render or whatever, it kind of keeps your meat moist when it's cooking. So, and then I also put just a little bit of ground nutmeg on the top too, just for maybe a little bit of sweetness. But I'll give you guys a peek once this is on the Rectech. Peace be with you. Okay, we're back. It's been roughly about 2.5-ish, 3 hours. I kind of lost track of time. I think it's been about 3 hours, but let's go ahead and take a look at the butt. I said butt. There it is. Looks like a butt to me. But you might be asking yourself, what's in this bottle? And this is some apple cider. And from now on through the rest of the cook, or I don't know if I'm going to wrap it or not, but I'm going to just spray this, put some moisture on the outside of it, and I'm just going to get all around it. I'm probably going to do it every hour. So we'll check back in like an hour. Okay, been about another hour. We are about at the 4-hour mark. See that the internal on the butt is 142. Cracked her open again. Take some more of this apple cider spray. And yeah, just get her nice and coated. I don't know if you can notice, but this Rectech at like 225 smokes like crazy. Pretty much anything up until like 250 it smokes a lot. But that's the nice thing about the Rectech. I had a different pellet grill before this, super inconsistent with the temperature swings, and by swings I mean I could set it at like 220, but in all reality it was probably at like 300, and it would go from like 220 to 300 and just always bounce around, and it just pissed me off. And like I said, this grill, you set it, and even if I put like my internal grill temp probe in here, it might not be what the actual temp is on the controller, but it like if it's, say, the Rectech's at 225, maybe the Maveric's at 200, like, and it stays at 200. Like, there's no swing whatsoever. So just a little side note, another nice thing about the Rectech. But I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, we are at about the 6-hour mark. Internal on the butt is 160 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is, you can see I got some tin foil. I'm just going to double wrap it in tin foil, and I'm just going to put the Rectech up to 250 and let her go the rest of the way to that. I'm probably going to pull it at 195, and yeah, I'll pick up more. Probably not going to show you the grill again. I'll probably just show you it once it comes off. Alright, here she be. I didn't show you a video of me pulling it, but you can see the bone. That's a pretty clean pull, and that's a good sign that the butt was done right. You can also see that, I don't know if you can see the pink in that, but there is a very, very, very nice smoke ring on this thing. In total, it took about, with rest time, it took right at 10 hours for an 8-pound butt, or 7.7 pound butt. And I've had, well, I mean, every time you're pulling a butt, you always just have handfuls of this at a time, but it is, woo, way is it good. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make myself one sandwich, and then you can see I got some vegetable oil and some tortillas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get I got some coleslaw in the fridge. I'm going to throw the tortilla on there. I'm actually going to make a pulled pork wrap out of it, but that's just kind of what I like to do with like pork and chicken. But there she is. Like I said, 225 for the first, oh crap, what was it? 6 hours. And then I eventually bumped it up to 275 after I wrapped it. I know I showed 250, but I put it up to 275 shortly after just because I was getting impatient and I wanted to eat before the Vikings beat the Cowboys tonight. So that's about all I got. I'm going to get into this, eat some dinner, and drink some Busch Light. So have a good night. All right, we're back for one more quick second. I just figured I'd show you what I did with them. Well, like I said, roll them up in a tortilla. One of them is barbecue sauce with some coleslaw. The other one is, it's a sauce called Wings and Things with some cheese and some coleslaw. So it's a real easy way to do it up. Make some nice pulled pork wraps, and they are fantastic. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Have a good night.